Many people that know me understand that one of the biggest battles anyone faces is looking at needed change. Today I want to talk about technicians and dealerships and the compensation that's received from warranty times. You see, the laws across the country are changing, and many states are saying that manufacturers need to pay retail on parts, and they also need to pay retail pricing on labor. When they do warranty repairs, then dealerships get their compensation. One of the things that's not being talked about, though, is what I believe is critical to our technician shortage, and that's the compensation that's generated and paid under warranty times. When a technician comes out and they have a car that comes into the bay and this vehicle has intermittent electrical concern, how much time can that technician afford to spend on it when they're wondering if they're going to get paid? How are they going to pay the rent? Is there a customer pay RO that's beckoning them over that? Believe me when I say that the technicians remember the warranty repairs more than they do the customer pay. How do I know that? You just ask them. If you ask them a question, what percentage of your work is warranty? They might say, man, I bet it's 85% of everything I do is warranty. And then on top of that, the times are an area of opportunity. They wonder, why would I spend time that I don't even know if I can get compensated? So they turn the key back in, no problem found. The customer goes off into the sunset with the same issue. And we then question that dealer if their customer satisfaction scores are low because it's repeat repair or no problem found. The customer feels slighted. Then when we do a recall announcement, many times, not all the time, but many times, then the manufacturer will cut down what they pay for the repair, and they also cut down what they pay for the part. And I know that this is a way for them to control the cost of that vehicle being repaired under a recall. It's a way for them to control the cost of what they spend out in warranty repairs. But it's something that has to change. The technicians need to receive a compensation for what they put in. They might have a $50,000 investment in hand tools. The dealer might have $50,000 to have a guy trained to master technician status. Then every year on top of that, per tech, we've got probably $3,000 to $5,000 in additional training requirements, depending on the manufacturer and what their fees are. Then we have hotel expenses, travel expenses to get them to the training facility and back on the hands-on courses. Yet the compensation on the warranty repairs is not enough. It's no wonder that with these requirements, these heavy investments, that technicians are so in need. Who wants to go into that? Picture, you get a young man, he's coming out of a tech school, and you say, yeah, spend $40,000 on tools. Spend $20,000 that you did on training at the college level individually, and then you have the privilege to go out and apply for a job at a dealer, and the first thing out of their mouth is, are you certified in whatever brand they sell? And if you're not, the likelihood of them giving you a chance is greatly reduced. We need to start rethinking the template here and get involved with these laws across the state if we have to include them in these discussions. They ought to pay retail on what time guide says, as well as the rate, as well as the part. Let's use realistic times to feed the dealerships and the technicians, help offset the investments to provide customer care. Who wins in this war where we underpay people to do a job or don't pay them to track down a hard-to-find problem? Maybe we need to be rethinking ways to approach it. Why not have the average of what it takes for a real field repair to do a warranty reimbursement at that time? The future is now, and we can't change the past. And that's the way it's been done for as far as I know. But to rethink the technician shortage, to realize we have needs, I say to you, it's time for a change. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you next. We're going to talk about processes that can bring in additional hundreds of thousands of dollars into your dealership. But I want to explain right away, that's not why we do it. We do it because it's the right way to do business. The money follows that. It's the customer's expectation when they bring a vehicle into your dealership that you're going to look the vehicle over and tell them what it needs to be at peak performance. It's our obligation to inform them and educate them every time, every car. The shocking truth is that the staffs at most dealerships don't even recommend or look for what the customer's needs are. One time I was walking through the shop and I was underneath a vehicle where they were doing a brake job repair. And I noticed that the brake lines were so corroded they were unsafe. So I challenged the technician and I asked them, did the customer decline the brake lines? And I was shocked with his answer. He said that he didn't like that type of work, so he never even recommended it. This is not the way to care for a customer. This is not a way to meet our obligation. Can you imagine if that customer's going down the road, has a panic stop on a brake, and the brake lines failed? What would the responsibility be for your dealership to have never even recommended that? One of my own personal regrets is that we never recommended batteries on just a maintenance replacement. Instead, I would wait until the battery failed and they were towed into the dealership. It was $150 for the vehicle to be towed in. Then we had to have a technician diagnose it, determine it's a battery, and then replace that battery. The customer doesn't understand why it took $350 to replace that battery when Walmart puts it in for 85 bucks. The sad truth is that we failed that customer because we should have recommended it before it failed. Isn't that what preventative maintenance is all about? The mission is to inform and educate the customer every time, every car, what that vehicle needs to be in peak performance. I want to talk to you about an incident that changed my viewpoint on this dramatically. An advisor came up to me one time and asked if I would get involved with an elderly lady sitting in the waiting area. The repairs on her vehicle cost more than the vehicle was worth. So I went in and I explained that she should go over to the used car department, pick something out, and Instantly, tears welled up in her eyes. And she said, "Can you fix it? Can you fix it?" I said, "Yes, we can repair the vehicle, but it doesn't make financial sense." And she said, "Fix it. Because you see, that was my husband's car, and he passed away last year, and when I drive it, I feel closer to him." She fixed that vehicle because she understood the value of it greater than I did. You see, that changed my view on all of this. All my mission was to tell her what was wrong with the vehicle. You need to establish a culture that says, every time, every car, I'm going to tell the customer what their vehicle needs to be at peak performance. That's the commitment. That is our obligation, to inform and educate. Make that your mission.